All right, hello and welcome back to our nitric oxide release training until we find another name for this class. I'm always open to suggestions. This is our 30-minute version, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a couple minutes more, but hey, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start down on the mat today. We're gonna be doing some sumo inchworms with the option of a push-up. So make sure that you know your body well. If a push-up is a tough movement for you, I recommend not including it in that very first set, kind of warm up your shoulders into it. But in the meantime, if you do feel strong and push-ups are no big deal, then you can go ahead and join us. Let's get those wrists stretched out just a hair before we jump into that though. I want you to turn your palms down, spread those fingers nice and wide, draw that belly in, and then just gently lean back. We spend a lot of time touching on the wrists warm up, largely because of our lifestyles. We tend to spend a lot of time at the computer, on our phones, and we'll typically get pretty stiff in those forearms when we do those activities. From here, go ahead and rock those hands so they're facing in, spread those fingers nice and wide, and we're gonna rotate around from here. Get yourself all tiled up. When you're ready, go ahead and switch directions. Same thing, other side. Fantastic. Go ahead and turn the hands back to a normal position. Little quick stretch for that low back. We're gonna do our quadruped hip rock. Walk those knees in so they're touching. Draw your abdomen and just give like a little bit of a round for that low back so that you're not arching, and then rock the hips side to side. Just nice and smooth. You'll feel it on the outer aspects of the hips into that low back, just a touch. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna be working for like 30 to 45 seconds at each exercise. We're gonna start with that sumo inchworm, and we're gonna come down onto our back for a glute bridge or the frog bridge. Rolling over for mountain climbers, and then we'll be coming up to our feet for the last exercise, our standing knee to elbows. Just kind of so you know our sequence. For that sumo inchworm to start, you're gonna take a nice wide handprint, and it's called sumo because you're gonna have your feet wider than like a normal push-up. So you can think about kind of going back into like a down dog position, walking your feet towards your hand, inchworming your way all the way up to standing. Engage those glutes, reach up to overhead, and then with a wide base, I'm gonna come back down, reach for the mat, walking myself back out. And now here's where I talked about at the beginning, the option of push-up. If that push-up is really tough for you, then don't worry about it. Just go back up to the top. If you're like, no big deal, up and down, then feel free to add that push-up in. Reaching those arms up to overhead, soft bend the knees. Let's go one or two more. Walking it out, strong plank position in the bottom, option of with or without the push-up, and then focus to push to the heel of your hand as you make your way back up. Beautiful. When you come down once again, stay on down there. We're going to make your way onto your back. So finishing your inchworm, option that push up, and then we're going to roll onto your back. Glute bridge is next. So feet flat on the ground, go ahead and take your shoulders back, rolling them underneath your body. And then when you're ready, nice and smooth, raise the hips up, lower them down. On set 2, we're going to be doing our frog bridge version. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. For right now, just our standard double leg bridge, up and down. This is our second class here for Diane and I. Some of you that are just getting moving, maybe you'll want to move a little bit slower, but if you feel pretty warm for your bridge, we're going to move a little bit faster here. Let's get about 3 or 4 more reps, up and down. When you finish this, we're going to roll back over to hands and feet for our mountain climbers. So when you're ready, go ahead and roll on over. You're going to come up onto your hands like the top of a push-up. Spread the hand nice and wide. If you have anything going on with the hips or low back, get into a better position with you, Diane. You can always hold the top of the plank as well. So here we go. Plank option with the mountain climber. Breathing out as you draw that knee up. Draw that chin in, looking straight down between the hands. Good. Strong exhale as you pull that knee up. And sometimes you'll see the hips kind of flying side to side. I want you to work on some stability with this movement. So staying strong through the center. Excellent. Good, Kathy. Looking smooth, Jean. 2, 1. When you finish, start to inchworm. You're coming back up to standing now. All the way up. Woo. Kind of find your awareness. And we're going to be doing our standing knee to elbow. So if your balance a little bit off, feel free to stand near something. Otherwise, it's going to be all one leg and then the other. So arms out to the side. Let's start with your right knee. It'll be our left. So coming up and across. Breathing out as you pull across. Really lift up out of the hip. Keep good stability. Looks good. One more. And pause. Good job. Rest the arms for a second. And then same thing on the other side. Draw up through the middle, arms to the side. And here we go. Lifting up. Opposite knee comes up towards that opposite elbow. Good. Really lifting high through the hip. Awesome. 10 seconds. All right, as soon as we finish this, we're gonna go right back down to the mat. Set 2, back to that Sumo Inchworm. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Crawl it out, with or without that push-up, and practice that hand print. Think about like trying to make a nice wide starfish with your hand. Engage those glutes as you come to standing. Raise those arms up to overhead, and then we're making our way back down. Common things that we see on that push-up position is the shoulders rolling forward and hips dropping down. So stay strong. Remember that push-up is optional. Good, maybe one more time. When you come down for the next one, you can go ahead and finish that inchworm and then make your way onto the back. Set 2 of the bridge is going to be our frog bridge. Looking to bring the soles of the feet together. Nice job. So when you finish that, make your way onto the back. Drawing those shoulders back. And once again, we're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together. Hands to the side. And then as soon as you're ready, we'll start to pulse those hips up and down. You'll feel some more of those smaller muscles of your pelvis floor kind of activate here as you push the soles of the feet together. And it's normal not to have as high of a bridge as when the feet are flat on the ground. Ensure you're not holding your breath. Continue to breathe. Beautiful. Let's go another 10 seconds. We're coming back over to hands and feet for our mountain climbers. Second set. 3, 2, 1. And when you're ready, turn it over. Coming on to all fours. Nice wide handprint. And now we're going to take the knee to the opposite elbow. So holding strong, looking down, breathing out as you draw that knee up and across that opposite elbow. Breathing out. Good. Spread those hands a little wider, Diane. Grip those finger pads down. Nice job, crew. 15 seconds. Stay focused. We're coming up to standing next. Maybe one more each side. You're doing great, Diane. This is our second class today. Give her some props here. And when you're ready, make your way back to standing. She's done our basics class with us, and now she's hanging out for our second one. I love it. All right, when you're ready, standing tall, arms to the side. We're gonna go 20 seconds on each. So here we go, breathing out. You pull that knee up and across. Good. Nice, Amy. Couple more. And last one. Rest the arms for a second. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Draw that belly up, arms come wide. And when you're ready, breathing out as you pull that knee up. Excellent. Hips level. And last one. And rest. Good job. All right. Let's grab a quick drink. We're going to switch it up, do a different circuit next. All right. Let's go ahead and do a quick quad stretch. So standing tall, grab the foot, pull that heel towards the glute. We're going to be working some stationary lunges next. Diane, I would recommend you do what we did that last group, where you do that lunge hold. You're going to be standing tall, holding the lunge, or lowering the knee up and down, as well as some push-ups. Go ahead and switch sides. Lift on up, grab that other side. If you are on the ground and you do push-ups from your knees, if you have an area that you can do them elevated, but from your toes, that is my recommendation. You're gonna have a longer lever. It's gonna be a little bit more of a challenge, and it's gonna progress you faster to toe push-ups. Holding strong. And when you're ready, shake out that foot. All right, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna be doing my push-ups off the bench here in between legs. Diane's gonna use the tree here, and we're gonna be doing our push-ups in between sides. Just kind of get ready for that. But first, the lunge work. Those of you on screen, step your left foot forward. I'm gonna step my right foot forward. We're gonna have a nice long stance, chest tall. So if lunges are tough for you, just hold this position, this top of the lunge. If you feel secure in your lunges and you want a little bit more challenge, 30 seconds starts now. You're gonna lower that back knee straight down, pushing through that front heel. Notice that front shin stays vertical. Yeah. And only going down as far as you can. We wanna avoid any kind of pain in the knees. You wanna feel secure in your balance. Very nice. You can make this more challenging on our later sets if you wanna hold any weights up at the chest or at your sides. But for right now, just keeping it body weight. Maybe one more, 2, 1, and rest. So note which leg is forward. Now we're going to push-ups. Diane to the tree. I'm going to the bench here. Draw that belly in, and as soon as you get there, here we go. Lowering down, drawing those elbows in, not letting them wing wide, and then squeeze the tush, midline tight. Breathing out as you push away. Wonderful. Keep it rolling. Nice, Diane. Yeah. Sometimes those shoulders are going to roll forward, so you want to keep those shoulders back and come down as far as you're confident. Good job, Jean. Everything tight. Nice screw. And 3, 2, 1, and coming back to the feet. Great work. So those of you on screen, you had your left foot forward. We had our right. Now it's going to be opposite. I have my left forward, should be your right. Long base stance. Anchor yourself in, tall chest, arms come to the side. And when you're ready, either holding this position or back knee comes down. Good. Ensure you don't have any pain in the front knee. You should feel like you're pushing into that heel without lifting the toes. So that front heel kind of drives me up and away. You should feel that hamstring fire. Especially if you're holding that position, you'll kind of feel your body want to shift forward on that midfoot. So keep that weight back. Very nice. 1 or 2 more. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, walk that back foot in. We're going into our little squat pulse with the front raise. So not a full range squat, which is a little quarter squat, raising the arms up, lowering down, up and down. Nice. Breathe in as you pull down, breathe out as you stand tall. Wonderful. We're going to go to step or jump jacks next. Couple more. And transition. Good job. Index fingers click in front of the body and overhead. Stepping with it or jumping with it. Excellent. Eyes up. This is our end of our first round of this second circuit. We're going to go back to the stationary lunge next. 2, 1, and rest. All righty, short rest break. If you need a drink, grab it. If you want a little extra challenge, if you feel really secure in those lunges, you can hold some light weight at the sides or in front of the chin. Those of you on screen, left foot forward. Diane and I, right foot forward. Coming into position. 2, 1, here we go. Breathing through that heel. You can also hold that weight in that lunge position. Yeah, a little bit longer stance. There you go. Yeah, that front foot wants to go to that forefoot there. Yep. And think about that giant step back. Nice. Woo. Keep breathing. And 2, 1, and transition. Good job. Elevated push-up or down on the ground if you don't have anywhere for the elevated position. Wide handprints. Coming into position. 2, 1, here we go. What's the first thing that tends to happen? Hips tend to sink forward. Shoulders tend to drop in. So keep those hips high. Feel like you're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Yep. You need to walk your feet a little bit closer. Your feet aren't going to slide. See how everyone's looking. Good job. Good position of the shoulders, Jean. Yep. Nice. And try to have that chest touch first when you're lowering down on the toes and up on the knees. Chest feeds. Good work. Great job, Kathy. Those are strong, Amy. 5 seconds, crew, and then we're coming back to those lunges. Good, Diane. Go ahead and rest. All right, coming out of that push-up, back up to the feet. Those of you on screen, right foot forward. Diane and I are on the left. You held weight on that other leg. Go back to that weight. 2, 1, and here we go. Heel planted, shin vertical. Breathe. Yep. I don't want any pain on this. Sometimes you'll feel a little stiff, but it should not be painful. Halfway through. Minus the muscle burn. Muscle burn is different than like, ouch, that hurts my joints. So you want to be able to distinguish between those two feelings. Heel drives down. Good. Last one. And rotate. Good job. If you're holding that weight, you can still hold on to it. We're doing that little quarter squat with the front raise. So raise it up as you sit back. Nice. Breathing in, breathing out. Depending upon your experience level and your energy, this is where you can kind of push that pace. Pull down, drive up. We're doing a little bit shorter range of squats here to get a little bit more burn, a little bit more pump in the legs. We also do lots of full range to keep that ability. 5 seconds. And pause. Good job. You are holding a weight, set it down. Arm circles or step and jump jacks. It's the end of set 2. We're going to have one more round after this. Excellent. Try to click those index fingers in front of the body, overhead. Keep that strong circulation of the arms. Good. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and pause. 20 seconds. We'll be into our third and final set. If 2 is a great position, great place for you to start today, then just hang out and wait for our cool down stretch. Kind of keep yourself moving. Otherwise, left foot forward on screen. It's the right side for Diane and I. Eyes up, chest up, and here we go. Lowering down, standing tall. Excellent. If you're holding the weights at your sides, rotate your palms forward. If you're holding the weights at your chest, raise those elbows up. Halfway through. Very nice, looks great. I know I'm turning my head, I'm looking at you all, but ideally those of you that are not watching the screen, eyes up and forward. Last one, and rotate. Push-ups. Wide handprint as you come into position. Also, if you've had enough of the push-ups, hold that plank position. Here we go. Lowering that chest down, drawing that belly button in towards your spine, not letting those hips sink down. This is what we don't want to see. So hips high. I'd rather have people piked, which also isn't optimal, but that's going to hold your spine in a better position than arching the spine. Doing great, Diane. That's it. Back just a little bit more. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Back for our final lunge. Great job. Those of you on screen, right foot forward. Diane and I are on the left. We're gonna let the air out after this exercise. So place that right foot forward, our left, and when you're ready, control that knee down. Front heel firmly planted. I've said it before, and it's guaranteed I'll say it again. Chest tall. So here on these movements, we're just looking straight forward. When those eyes stay up, it helps that chest to stay up. Excellent. Breathing here. Wonderful. 1 or 2 more. And rest. Good job. Go ahead and release that air really quick. And then we're going to go into those squat pulses. On this last round, I want you to get that full range depth. So set the feet. If you need to move a little bit slower, but I want you to come down as far as you can with control into that squat, and then drive the feet standing tall. So sometimes when we do a bunch of short range of motion exercises, it can get our joints a little stiff. So I like to either start or finish with that full range, coming down as far as you can, standing all the way up. Good, 10 seconds left. Good job, Diane. Knees push wide, belly strong. And pausing there. Good job. And then we'll finish it out with our step or jump jacks. Woo! Index fingers in front of the body and overhead. Good job. 15 seconds. Cool down stretch is coming. There you go. Eyes up, smile. Keep your body knowing that this is a good thing, and rest. Awesome job. All right, if there's any more air to release, go ahead and release it. If you want to kick the bands off, that's great too. All right, grab a drink, and then we're gonna do a cool down stretch here. You're on the sore. We're sore. All right, friends, after you grab that drink, we'll just start with a little side step arm swing. To bring the heart rate down, just get the blood flow. Invite it to continue to circulate. Very good. Once you finish that side step arm swing, we'll go into our little, call it our side stretch flow. Let's take your right hand, reach for your left thigh, take your left hand, flowing it up to overhead, peering up at that hand, and then you switch. Left hand to the right thigh while the right hand comes overhead. And then just follow it with your breath, breathing in, switching hands, breathing out, peering up. When you're ready for that next breath in, go ahead and switch. And ensure you have a nice wide base stance here, just a soft bend in those knees. Let's get about one more on each side. Fantastic. From here, let's go into a figure four. You want to do it seated. I'm going to hold on to this tree. If you want an extra challenge on your balance, you could do your figure four standing. Diane's going to demo from seated. You're going to either sit or stand nice and tall. Take the one foot, cross it over the opposite thigh, and then with your chest as tall as you can, you're going to sit back. Those of you standing, you're sitting tall, just push your hand on that knee. Good. And those of you who are standing, if your balance is pretty good, you can add the arms. If your right leg is crossed over, left arm sweeps under. Draw those shoulders down out of the ears, eyes up. Make sure you stay anchored through that support leg, hips nice and level. About another 5 or 10 seconds. When you're ready, push out of that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So those of you standing, establish that balance. Lift up nice and tall. Cross the foot over. If it's the right foot over, the left arm sweeps under. Draw those shoulders down out of those ears and find that spot to focus on. Wonderful, really good. Continue to breathe. And when you're ready, drive that heel, come on up from there. Good job. You can do a seated forward fold there, Diane. Those of you that are standing tall, belly drawn in, hands on the thighs, and just slide on down to the feet. Let that head be heavy. Breathing into the back of the rib cage. And when you're ready, make your way on up. All righty, we're gonna come down into a lunge position. You wanna come over on your mat, and I was gonna give you like an extra cushion if you wanna support your knee a little bit more. On that. So let's go ahead and come on down to the mat. And now I'm gonna speak the same side of the body I'm on. So I want you to start with your left leg forward. Diane and I are also gonna have our left leg forward. So right knee is gonna be down. If you wanna fold your mat up or have a little extra cushion for that knee. So from here, sitting or kneeling nice and tall, go ahead and raise your right arm up. We're gonna add the tricep stretch, chin in, Bend that elbow, reaching around. So now you want to lift the chest, rock the hips forward. We do this standing oftentimes too. Squeeze the glute of that trail leg, and now bend your torso towards the left. Eyes looking forward, chest tall, so you'll feel it in your arms. You'll feel opening in the front of the hip. Go ahead and unwind your body. If you need to release those arms for a second, we'll do it one more time. Eyes up, chest up, raise them up. Bend that left arm like you're trying to scratch your back. Rotate towards that front leg. Squeezing that hip of that trail. You want to add that gentle rotation, peering up past your left elbow. And release. Great job. You doing okay on that knee? You want to switch? All right, let's go ahead and switch sides and we'll come back to the Spider-Man stretch. So same thing, other side. Bring your left knee down this time. Right leg comes forward. All right, reach that right arm up. So notice here we got this hip shift. So I don't let the hip stay back. I push it forward as I bend that left arm this time. Reaching around, eyes up, and now you're gonna bend towards your right leg. Squeezing the tush of that trail hip, eyes up. Go ahead and unwind. You can either keep your arms there or shake them out, and we'll do it one more time. Up, hip shifts forward. Good, Diane. Bend that elbow, reaching around. Try to keep your eyes up and head looking forward best you can, chin in. And then on this time, option to add that gentle rotation as you peer up past that left elbow. Beautiful. Unwind from there. Let's go back to the first leg. So right knee down, left foot forward. And now we're going to go into what we call our like Spider-Man stretch. I'm going to take my left elbow on the inside of that left knee, and I'm going to slide on down, kind of hover by the instep of that front foot. Yep. Press that, set that hand down. Good. I'm going to give Diane my yoga block that's holding up my computer. This block right there on the instep and support on that. Very nice. And then from here, after you get that left hip to start to open, we're going to add our reach backs. Take your right hand, crawl the finger underneath your left leg, just as far as that it's comfortable for you to reach. And now you're going to rotate out. Reach that arm nice and long, peering out 3 times there. Breathe in as you crawl the hand under. Breathe out as you pivot the arm nice and long. Good. No forcing. One more on this side. Breathing in, reaching under, and breathing out. Rotate out. Good. Same thing, opposite hand, but now the left hand crawls underneath that right arm. So we crawl under here, and we do 3 times on this side. That nice rotation through that mid body. You can also put that block underneath your right hand. There you go. You can support your right hand on the block. And rotate through. I've got disinfectant after class because that block has been everywhere with me. Walking that hand under and rotating away. Literally been across the country like 3 times. All right, let's go ahead and balance out the other side. Left knee is going to come down. Right foot's going to come forward. We're almost there. Starting with that Spider-Man stretch. So if your range of motion is limited here, take a pillow or a yoga block by that front ankle. Otherwise, elbow on the inside of the knee, slide on down. Good. Bow that head down. Feel that outer right hip opening. When you're ready, we'll walk the hands. So starting with the left hand, crawling it underneath the right leg. And then we'll pivot out and away. So I could have a block underneath my right hand here, have a little bit less of that rotation. 3 times here. Breathing in, reaching under. You're okay, Mr. Moose. Breathing out, pivot out. One more. And then we finish with the opposite hand. Right hand crawls underneath that left arm. 3 times on this side. So why are we doing this? We're doing this to get some nice rotation through our mid-back, through our hips, through our shoulders. Most of you will feel how stiff you are on either one side or the other. So this is a great opener for our body. When you finish those 3 times there, go ahead and come to hands and knees. 2 more stretches to finish. Child's position, side stretch next. So big toes come together. Walk those knees nice and wide. And I want you to take your hands, walk them over to your left side of the mat. I mean, your right hand's going to reach nice and long, and then you'll lower your body down to the mat from there. Try to keep your hips square. You send them back towards your heels. We'll take about 3 breaths on this side, and then we'll do the same thing on that opposite arm. Good. When you come up from there, now you'll walk your hands to the right side of your mat. And now the left hand, nice long reach. Square the hips, send them back towards the heel. Bow the head down and breathe into that side body. Into that area where your big muscles, your lats kind of attach into your torso. One more breath. And then when you finish there, crawling onto your back. We're just gonna do a little happy baby onto our back, and then we'll finish nice and flat. So as you roll onto your back, tuck those shoulders underneath you, elbows on the insides of the knees, grabbing the outer shins, and just ever so gently, like a baby in the crib, staring up at your little happy mobile, rocking your body side to side, using those elbows to drive those knees nice and wide, feel a good opening for the inner thighs. And then when you've had enough of that happy baby, just invite you to lie flat. You can raise your arms up to overhead, bring them down to your sides, and extend your feet straight out. And then just breathe. Very good. We're going to conclude our session here. Invite you to take a moment to yourself. Just as much as it's important for us to move our bodies, it's also important for us to rest our bodies. Practice those moments of peace, those moments of gratitude, and much gratitude for all of you being here today. Thanks for our flexibility with Mother Nature. We'll talk to you next time.